The human voice is the ancient world play. It's the most powerful sound in the world. Probably anyone that can start a war or say I love you. And yet many people have the experience that when they speak, people don't listen to them. Why is that? How can we speak powerfully to make change in the world? What I like to suggest, there are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I've a sample for your pleasure here, 7 deadly symptoms. Speaking, I'm not pretending this is a exhaustive list, but these 7 I think are pretty large. Habits that we cannot fall into. First, gossip. Speaking ill of somebody who's not present. Not a nice habit, and we know perfectly well the person gossiping 5 minutes later will be gossiping about us. Second, judging. We know people who are like this in conversation, and it's very hard to listen to somebody if you know that you're being judged and found wanting at the same time. Third, negativity. You can fall into this. My mother in the last year of her life became very, very negative. It's hard to listen. I remember one day I said to her, it's October the 1st today, and she said, I know it's an stressful. It's hard to listen when somebody is that negative. And another form of negativity, complaining. Well, this is the national art of the UK. It's your national sport. We complain about the weather, about sport, about politics, about everything. But actually complaining is vital misery. It's not spreading sunshine in our in the world. Excuses. We will met this guy, maybe we will win this guy. Some people have a flamethrower. They just pass it on to anybody else and don't take responsibility for the action. And again, hard to listen to somebody who's being like that. Penultimate, the 6/7, embroidery, exaggeration. It demeans your language is this sometime. For example, if I see something that really is awesome, what do I call it? And then of course this exaggeration becoming lying out loud, lying, and we don't want to listen people we know are lying to us. And finally, dogmatism. The confusion of facts with opinions. When those two things get conflicted, you are listening into the wind. You know somebody's bombarding you with their opinions that they say were true. It's difficult to listen to that. So here they are. 7 deadly symptoms. Speaking, these are things I think we need to avoid. But is there a positive way to think about these? Yes, there is. I like to suggest that there are 4 really powerful constants, foundations that we can stand on if we want our speech to be powerful and to make change in the world. Fortunately, these things spell a word. The word is hell, and it has a great definition as well. I'm not talking about the stuffer or from scarring he drew on the head. I'm talking about this definition: to risk or claim enthusiastically, which I think our words will be received if we stand on these 4 things. So what do they stand for? See if you can guess. The H, honesty, of course. Being true in what you say, being traced and clear. The A is authenticity. Just being yourself. A friend of mine tried this standing in your own truth, which I think is a lovely way to put it. The R is the integrity. Being your actually doing what you say and being somebody that people can trust. And the L is love. But I do mean romantic love. But I do mean wishing people well. For 2 reasons. First of all, I think absolute honesty may not be what we want. At least my good luck, you look ugly this morning. Perhaps that's not necessary. Tempered with love, of course, honesty is the great thing. But also, if you're really wishing somebody well, it's very hard to judge them at the same time. I'm not even sure you can do the two simultaneously. So hell. Also, now that's what you say, and inside the old song, this is what you say is also the way that you say it. You have an amazing toolbox. This instruments is incredible. And if this is a toolbox that very few people have ever opened. I like having to rummage in there with you now and just pull a few tools out that you might like to take away and play with children's creases, probably speaking. Register, for example. Now, for sister, register may not be very useful most of the time, but there's register in between. I'm not to get very technical about this, whoever you who are voice coaches, you can locate your voice however. So I take compares my nose, you hear the difference, so I do my throat, which is where most of us speak from most of the time. But if you want weight, you need to go down here to the chest. You hear the difference? We vote for politicians, we lower voices. It's true. Because we associate depth with power and authority.